between the St. James Thunder and the Bishop Seabury Seahawks. And thoughts and prayers go out as there's a moment of silence before the starting lineups were announced the national anthem for Clint McCullough and his family and his loss of his brother Connor, who passed away on Saturday. And I can only imagine what the thoughts are like going through his head right now for Clint. But thoughts and prayers go out to his family. The student section certainly is dressed all in white with Team Connor on there. On Twitter, they embrace this on Twitter with hashtag Team Connor, and it's just an incredible story. It should be real interesting to see what happens here for St. James Academy. Let's go and start with starters, though. Let's start with the visiting Seahawks from Bishop Seabury. Jesse May will get the start as 6'5" senior. Condre Lane, who's really one of the better shooting guards as a sophomore, and as he continues to improve, he certainly is he's going to be an important aspect for Bishop Seabury, a 6'4" sophomore. Garrett Gillett is a 5'11" senior. He'll run the point guard. Thomas Diaz, a 6'5" senior as well, who's taken the place over for Aaron Locke, a 6'8" sophomore. Locke started in the last game between these two teams, but he's not going to start tonight. And Georgi Vantarov, a 6'7" senior who can score the basketball, and will be playing as well. They're coming off a 76-71 win against University Academy Charter, and they are 10-9 on the season. But between these two teams previously, St. James got the better of Bishop Seabury. 50-38 was the final score in the last contest. And, well, the stars out there for St. James, a little bit different. You have Austin Krause, Clint McCullough, Will Frank, Matt Engelman, and Stephen Leinbach. Tip is up, and it goes to the visiting team, Bishop Seabury, and they're all green. A 1-3-1 zone looks to be the case here for St. James. Here's Lane. Top of the key, goes left side now for a alley-oop pass and a dunk on the backside to Diaz. What a start this is going to be for Bishop Seabury. They score first. Here's McCullough with the ball. Quickly over to Matt Ackerman. Ackerman to McCullough with the alley-oop on the opposite side. So it starts the game with two back-to-back alley-oops. Clint McCullough didn't get the dunk, but that's the way you want it to be scripted as he gets the first 2 points after an emotional weekend. 2-2 is the score. Bishop Seabury going back and forth. Now here's Funtarov. He's going to spot it for a deep three. He likes that spot. No good. McCullough with a rebound. Clint brings the ball up. He's going to go down the right side. Loses the ball, but hands it off to Frank. And up top, the linebacker is going to set up the offense. Linebacker goes right side to Frank. Goes up top at key to Krause. Linebacker left wing. Man-to-man here for Bishop Seabury. Glove down to McCullough. McCullough quickly up. No good. Eckelman with the follow. Yes. 4-2 now. St. James with the lead. 6:30 remaining here in the first quarter. McCullough out there to guard. Now a trap here on Gillett. And Gillett's going to go in the backcourt. Linebacker grabbed it, but he's going to be out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Bishop Seabury. But good defense there to trap right away. That's usually the style of St. James. That's what they did last time against Bishop Seabury. A lot of trapping style zone. Here's Gillett. Goes left side of the lane. Lane's going to spot for a deep three. That's long. Rebounding is Frank off to McCullough. McCullough stop and pop. Long. Lane there to secure the rebound. Quickly up is the Seahawks. Funtarov 2-on-2. Down the left side. Attempted charge there from Krause is not going to be able to go. So it's going to be 4-4. Bishop Seabury capitalizing on that play from Funtarov. Here's Krause. Sees a screen from Eckelman. Krause with a three. Yes, sir! Austin Krause, the senior, getting the start in place of Tom Huppy. Gets on the board with a three. 7-4 now. 5:36 remaining in the first quarter. Lane loses the ball. Stripped by Will Frank. Will Frank quickly up. Stops off to Krause. And here's McCullough at the free throw line, who's going to put up the shot short. And rebounding is Thomas Diaz. Quickly up to Gillett. Left side lane. Quickly over right side. Funtarov. Ball fakes down the baseline. But it's going to be charged with a walk. Eckelman there tried to get the offensive foul, and Fontarov's just going to walk. So it's going to be a turnover on Bishop Seabury. 5:12 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-4. St. James with the early lead here at home. Here's Kraus on the right wing. Going down low, McCullough really working hard down low and spinning against Jesse May, who's a 6'5 senior. So good job by McCullough to get work early, and the position was there, and end up getting the foul, first team foul on Bishop Seabury. Loud pass to McCullough. He's going to put up a shot. It's going to be short. Matt Eckelman with the save out the linebacker for a three. That goes in. And there's going to be a timeout here. A player, Jesse May, took a shot. McCullough, he did put his arm out just a tad bit and hit him. But May, a tough kid, gets right back up. Looks like it's his nose, but man, he's certainly in pain. I think he's A-okay, though. No blood or anything, so that's a good sign. But after the injury timeout, it is now 10-4. 4:49 remaining here in the ball game. So Jesse's going to go out as Fisher Amanza checks in, who's a 6'1 junior. Hopefully May's A-okay, but the staff will check him as Bishop Seabury brings up the ball. Here's Gillett. Passes the timeline, up throws it right side, quickly over Fontarov in the corner. Stops, back up top to the point guard, left side of the lane. Lane now down the baseline, good pass to Fontarov for a three. Short. Fontarov trying to get the attempt, instead he stepped on the line. Ball goes to St. James Academy. This place is electric. Student section and the crowd getting into it early on here in this ball game. Well, the man full court here from Gillett trying to put pressure on Kraus, but Kraus breaks it easily and throws up to McCullough on the right wing. McCullough going baseline out to Kraus. Kraus was expecting the pass, stolen by Bishop Seabury. Quickly up to Diaz. And it's going to be a hard foul by Leibach. Diaz went up for the shot. He was fouled hard, but Leibach took a tumble as well, and he's going to be A-okay. A lot of energy here in this first quarter. 4:08 remaining. 10-4 is the score. Bishop Seabury at the line for two free throws, as that is Thomas Diaz. Start off the game with an alley-oop. Can't convert on the first, though. He'll get another shot. Diaz, a pretty good jumper, very athletic for this team. Did pretty well against St. James in the first round, and he makes the second. Here's McCullough now out to Kraus. 10-5, St. James with the lead. 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Kraus up to Leinbach. Kraus. McCullough heavily guarded by Funtarov. Here's Frank. Leinbach, top key. Frank, Eckelman on the right block. Almost turned it over. Frank with the recovery. Frank with a quick pull-up jumper, and it goes in. The senior's doing some work here early in this first quarter. 12-5 now. Lead extends to 7 for St. James. Lane trying to respond. Air ball too long, and it's going to go with the St. James Academy Thunder. Kraus will bring the ball up for the Thunder, and they're all white with red and blue trim. Off to Frank. Frank going to McCullough. McCullough off to Eckelman. Eckelman's going to spot up for a shot. Bouncing around, no good. Does get the roll. Diaz cleans up the board. Here's Gillett quickly to work. Lane, left corner. Diaz off to Funtarov. He really likes to shoot those threes. St. James did a good job getting out there. Here's Lane. Lane saves it. And Gillett's going to spot up for a three. That goes in. And now it's going to be a timeout by Bishop Seabury. They find themselves trailing by 4, but after a 3 from Gillette, brings it a little bit closer. 12-8 is the score. 2:57 remaining here in the first quarter. Thank you for listening to another broadcast here on a10varsity.com. I'm Pat Stroughton, joined by Kyle Larson. Appreciate all the viewers and followers here. The season's coming down to an end, and for St. James, that means Sub-State's coming up, and Bishop Seabury as well being Sub-State. But St. James, they have a little bit taller of a task. They will be most likely, talked to Coach Huppy, said that they most likely be playing Sumner Academy in their first matchup, and those two teams met early on in the season, and St. James fell, but they played very well against Sumner, and they played very well in the first 3 quarters, and fourth quarter just didn't go their way. But here's St. James with a 4-point lead, 12-8, 2:45 remains here in the first quarter. Kraus going right side, stops his dribble out to Lineback, trying to dice in the lane. Here's Frank, right side Lineback, down the middle of the lane, out to Frank, back to Eckelman. And it's Lineback for a 3. That's going to be short. Funterov with the strong rebound. Gillette out to Diaz. Diaz going baseline, off the lane. Lane with a layup. No. Funterov with the putback is there. He's going to be fouled on the arm. Foul is going to be on the ground, though. That's going to be the second personal on Stephen Lineback, and it's going to be St. James' second as well. So Lineback already with 2 fouls. Surprise, Huppy's not going to the bench right away to put someone else in. And Funterov's going to be charged with another walk and another turnover. Bishop Seabury really hurting themselves by turning the ball over. Plenty of travels have been going on for Funterov, and the whole team just struggling in general. Lineback and Kraus check out. Good minutes from the seniors. Ben Maskus and Tom Huppy both check in. The usual starters for St. James. Will Frank, Clint McCullough, Matt Elkelman, Ben Maskus, and Tom Huppy out there for the Thunder. McCullough down the left side out to Huppy. Driving baseline. Stops. McCullough, middle lane with the left-handed layup off the backboard. 14-8 now is the score. A minute 45 remaining here in the first quarter. Diaz off to Funterov. That's a matchup down there for Tom Huppy. Tom Huppy is definitely a little bit shorter than Funterov, and he buries the 2. Lead back to 4. Maskus is going to stop a pop, and there's Diaz out of nowhere with the swat. Here's Lane. 5-on-1. Lane all the way. One-hand slam through contact. Andre Lane, ladies and gentlemen. He's got some hops. 14-12 is the score now. St. James up by 2 with a minute 06 remaining here in the first quarter. Here's Maskus, right side of the Huppy. Less than a minute now. Frank, top key. Quickly over to Eckelman in the corner. Out to McCullough. McCullough's going to do a pull-up jumper, and that rattles in. McCullough having himself a good start. That's 6 points for the senior. Gillette's going to bring the ball up. Lead extends to 4. Gillette right side to Diaz. All the way to the lane. Gillette on the left side. Funterov. Funterov's going to be fouled on the arm by Matt Eckelman. That's going to be his first personal 13 foul here on St. James. Eckelman will go check out. Good minutes from another senior as the junior Jake Whitman checks in for the Thunder. 30 seconds now here in the first quarter. 16-12. St. James with the 4-point advantage, and Gillette's going to hold it for the final shot. Gillette's going to be trapped. Throws off to Diaz, though. Diaz skip pass stolen. It's going to be tipped. It's going to be tipped by Maskus, and the referee is going to get in the way, and he's actually part of the court technically, so Maskus should have been able to pick that up and continue running. Instead, it's going to be an inadvertent whistle. That could be costly. But here's Lane, 10 seconds. Gillette 6 seconds. Gillette in the corner, baseline, driving it off the Diaz, ball on the ground. And it's going to be a jump ball with 0.1 seconds left. There's really no use of it unless St. James going to do a lob pass for a tip, but it's not going to happen. It's impossible to get 0.1, get a shot off in 0.1 seconds. It's just going to be a lob. McCullough's going to take it up. It's not going to count as there's no shot. But that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. And what a game that we have. 16-12 is the score. St. James Academy with the early advantage after 1 quarter of action. You're listening to high school basketball here on a10varsity.com. I am Pat Stroutman, joined by Kyle Larson. We will be most likely be going to the next game for Sub-State, and certainly a crucial time for any team. St. James will have a tough task against Sumner, or maybe even DeSoto. Who knows? All kind of depends on who wins and who gets some upsets. But Sub-State is that time of the year again, getting close to March, and teams certainly getting excited and anxious to get out there and get to the state tournament. And St. James, a team to look out for, and what a way that would be for the team for St. James with Clint McCullough and Tom Huppy and the rest of the seniors. And it'd be quite the storyline if they made it to the state tournament. And they do have a shot. A very good team. They are 9-10, but they still are a pretty solid team. Lane with a quick shot, no good. Krause up to McCullough. McCullough's going to work his magic. That's going to bounce around. Funtarov with the rebound. Gillette stops. Funtarov, a spot up 3, in and out, no good. He's been struggling early on. Jake Whitman with the rebound and looks over there to Coach Mark Huppy and hands it off to Tom Huppy for the point guard duties. Huppy now top key to Krause. Quickly over to Maskus. Krause again. Huppy going down low to McCullough. Huppy with a spot up 3. Goes in. That's a good sign for Tom Huppy, who's been struggling from behind that three-point arc in the past couple games. Lead extends to 7, 19-12. 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Funtarov with a fadeaway jumper. That's long. Keandre Lane with the rebound. Diaz out to Gillette. And they're going to run some half-court offense as well. Man-to-man is going to be the defense from St. James. Diaz. Top key in the May over to Gillette. Funtarov spotting up for another 3. That one goes in. The 4th time the charm there for Funtarov. He is 1 of 4 from behind the three-point arc. 19-15. St. James with the lead. 6:24 remaining here in the second quarter. Huppy left side of McCullough. Now a zone here from Bishop Seabury. Maskus, couple dribbles, throws out to McCullough. McCullough going baseline. A shot, no good. Kind of hit from behind, but here's Gillette. Gillette with a spin dribble off the Lane. Lane going baseline, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Condre Lane. He was a bit out of control. Coach Ashley battles the Bishop Seabury not liking the call, but good defense there from St. James. They maintain the lead, 19-15. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. St. James with the basketball. Over the Krause. It's going to be kicked by Funtarov. Ball stays here with St. James. Krause, Maskus, Huppy, McCullough, Elkelman, who just checked in, and Jake Whitman all out there for St. James. Krause on the left wing, top key Maskus. Tom Huppy going baseline. He's going to put up a shot, bouncing around. No. Rebounding is Lane. It's going to be a jump ball. Ball will go to the Thunder. I thought they got the last possession, but I could be wrong. Oh, no, that's right, because there's a jump ball right before the half that went to them as well. So here's Huppy. Loses the ball. Dives on the ground. Lane's going to pick it up. Lane going to go all the way. And he's going to get called for the walk. Conjuring Lane cannot believe it. He thought he was fouled. Ashley Battles thought he was fouled. Referee over there says no, travel. 19:50 remaining here. 19-15 is the score. 5:26 remaining here in the second quarter. Ashley Battles is still trying to figure out what's happening, but it's a 3-2 zone here for Bishop Seabury. Here's Krause over there to Huppy. And here's a quick spot-up shot for 3 there by Mayfield. It's going to be no good. Bishop Seabury cleans up the rebound. And here's Condrey Lane. Bunteroff, top key. Dishes off to May. May out to Gillette. Huppy almost gets a steal as Gillette was looking over to the sideline. May top key, right side, Diaz. Diaz, a fine player, going down low, good pass to Lane, and Lane somehow finds a way to finish that one. It looks like it was going to be long. Instead, it gets the bounce. Lead down to 2 for St. James, 19-17, 4:30 remaining in the second quarter. Krause to McCullough. Huppy, down baseline, put up a floater, and Funterow is going to send it the other direction. Good swat from the 6'7" senior. McCullough will throw the ball inbounds for St. James under the Bishop Seabury basket. Tom Huppy out to McCullough. McCullough stop out the shot, throws it out to Krause for a wide open jumper. Krause perfect thus far, 2 of 2 from the field is the senior. Doesn't get a lot of playing time, but he's having a great game here against Bishop Seabury. Lead extends to 4 for St. James. Gillette out to Funterow. McCullough right there the whole way. Lane receives a screen from Diaz. Funterow ball fakes just inside the three-point arc. Goes in. Good shot from Funterow. 21-19. 3:41 remaining here in the second quarter. St. James Academy with the lead. 2-3 zone for Bishop Seabury now. Ashley Battles really switching up the defense on St. James as much as he can. Mayfield in the left wing. McCullough's going to turn around, and it goes in. McCullough doing a great job. That's his bread and butter. A turnaround jumper from McCullough goes in. Lead back to 4. Gillette almost loses the ball, but somehow maintains it. Throws off to Diaz on the left wing. Gillette down low to Diaz. Diaz is going to pull it up. Oh, wanted the dunk. Instead, he's just going to lay it in with the pretty finger roll. He does have some hops, though, man. 6'5", and certainly has the wingspan. McCullough for 3. McCullough is heating up. He has 11 points. It's going to be a 2 instead of a 3. One referee said it was a 3. The other one said no. Here's Funterow down the middle of the lane. He's going to be fouled. Not sure who's going to be on. So here's Funterow at the line for 2. 11 points for Clint McCullough. They did count that as a 3. 26-21, 5-point lead here for St. James Academy. 2:40 remaining here in the second quarter. Funterow missed the first. A slew of Thunder players coming back into the ball game. Liebach checking in, as well as Will Frank. So here's Funterow with the second, and it goes in. Funterow, a fine scorer for the Seahawks of Bishop Seabury and a go-to player, that's for sure. Lead back down to 4 for St. James. Mayfield going left side. Mayfield struggling. Going left side. Off to McCullough. Top key. Guarded by May. McCullough with a spot-up shot. Battle around, no. And it's going to be last touched by Bishop Seabury. Will Frank was down there, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Bishop Seabury. The big fella, Jake Whitman, checking into the ball game for He's checking in for Blake Mayfield. A little confusion there from Mark Huppy and the rest of the boys, but it's going to be Jake Webb checking in for Blake Mayfield. 2:19 remaining in the second quarter. 26-22, St. James with the advantage. Foul is going to be on May. So that will be the second team foul on Bishop Seabury. So, excuse me, that's going to be the team third. It's going to be the second on May. Ball stays here with St. James. McCullough in the corner. Thought about the three, kicks it off to Frank. To Whitman. Whitman almost loses it, and that's going to be a kick by Funterov. It's like his third kick in the ballgame. The guy can play some soccer too. Sign him up for the soccer team. Very good athlete, that's for sure. Off to Kraus. Frank on the left wing. Guarded by May. Ball was stolen away from Lane. The right side, down to Whitman. Whitman off to McCullough. McCullough guarded by Diaz. McCullough over the outstretched arms of Funterov and gets the roll. 13 points for Clint McCullough. 1:44 remaining in the second quarter. 28-22. St. James with the lead. Gillette now going back and forth with Lane. Lane's been pretty quiet thus far. Here's a shot from Gillette. It's going to be off, a three-point attempt, but stolen away from Bishop Seabury. Yeah, that was going to be a recovery. It's going to be a pass off to Gillette, and it was a foul, I believe. Gillette will get two. Gillette at the line for two, makes the first. Whitman gets his first personal. 15 foul on St. James. So two more, and Bishop Seabury being the bonus. Hoppy checks in, as well as Matt Eckelman and Blake Mayfield, as well as Ben Maskus. Clint McCullough, the only one remaining in there. Gillette goes 2 of 2 from the free throw stripe, 28-24. With a minute 18 remaining in the second quarter, St. James with the advantage. Tom Hoppy stops his dribble with no one around him, but throws it off to Mayfield. Mayfield down to Eckelman. Mayfield's going to dribble the top of the key. Now less than a minute remaining here in the first half. Bad pass stolen away by Funterov. Funterov's going to take it all the way himself. Tries to throw it off the lane. No good. And he tried to stave it in bounds. Out to McCall. McCall all the way. Left-hander, no. Huppy with a follow, yes. Good putback from Tom Huppy, the point guard. And Gillette's going to slow it down and demand for one shot. 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter, 30-24. St. James with the lead. Diaz with the ball now. Bunteroff, 20 seconds. Gillette, Lane, Gillette again, 15 seconds. They put the ball in play with about 10 seconds to go. We reach the 10-second mark. 8 to shoot. Lane for a deep three. Air ball. And here's McCullough. 3 seconds. 2. McCullough's going to lob it up at the half. Almost goes in. And that's going to be the final play of the first half. 30-24 is the score. St. James Academy with the advantage against Bishop Seabury. Good quarter there for both teams as they entered double figures. 14 points for St. James in that. Hello and welcome back in for second half action between the St. James Academy Thunder and the Bishop Seabury Seahawks. I am Pat Stroughman, joined by Kyle Larson. Thank you for listening to 810varsity.com, and we have a pretty good game going on here. 30-24, St. James Academy with the advantage after one half of play. St. James, they are 9-10 on the season, so if they win this game, they will finish the regular season at 500, which is a pretty successful. It's better than being under 500, so I'm sure that's going to be the goal. Last time these two teams met, they won 50-38. They were up by 2 last time against Bishop Seabury. So it's great to see that they're responding even better by increasing the lead by 6 points. Clint McCullough leads the way with St. James after a incredible weekend of pain from him. Thoughts and prayers go out to his family as his brother Connor ended up dying from cancer on Saturday. So, I mean, just incredible stuff. McCullough has 13. As for Bishop Seabury, they're 10-9 coming into this contest. Leading the way for the Seahawks is Georgie Funterov, a 6'7 senior, with 10 points. So here we go for second half action between St. James and Bishop Seabury. Diaz down low to Funterov. Funterov with a spin dribble, bouncing around, gets the roll. Good bucket there for the Seahawks to start off the second half. Kraus, Eckelman, Frank, Leinbach, and McCullough all out there for the Thunder. Here's McCullough on the right block, up to Eckelman. Back to McCullough on the right block. Out the Leinbach for a three. That's long. McCullough trying to get the rebound. And there's Gillette with the ball. Gillette off to Funterov. Funterov finishes it up with ease. They start off with 4 quick points. Lead down to 2 for St. James. Here's Kraus. Kraus out to Eckelman. No one's going to be around Eckelman. They're mainly double teaming McCullough as much as they can. Here's Frank. Frank off to McCullough. McCullough turnaround jumper short. Leinbach with a rebound. Off to Eckelman for a 15-footer. Rattles in. Good job by Eckelman and good ball movement. 32-28. 6:37 remaining here in the third quarter. St. James with the early advantage here in the second half. Diaz going to be double teamed. Diaz down low, Funterov. Funterov's going to be off the backboard, but there's Lane with the recovery. Funterov with the second try. Yes. Lead back down to 2. Kraus left side and Leinbach. Leinbach trying to go inside. Off to Kraus now. Here's McCullough. McCullough, bad pass. Referee looking to see if anyone tipped it. It's going to be a turnover by St. James. Bishop Seabury will get the ball. Funterov, top key to May. May's going to be fouled from behind for McCullough. That'll be his second personal. First team foul here in the second half. Bishop Seabury maintain possession. Lane will throw the ball in bounds. A little update of the score right now for K-State in Missouri. If you want to know, 72-66. K-State with the advantage. Here's Bishop Seabury out. It's stolen away from McCullough. But Leinbach with the stop and pop in transition. 5:40 remaining here in the third quarter. 34-30. St. James still with the lead. Funterov on the baseline, stopped by Frank. And Funterov with another travel, moving that pivot foot. Turnover for Bishop Seabury. McCullough with the ball now. McCullough right side off to Frank. Eckelman looking for the backdoor cut from McCullough. McCullough is going to be having 2 bodies around him now. And instead he's going to dribble out of the double team. May playing much tougher defense on McCullough. McCullough receives a screen from Eckelman. McCullough almost gets the ball stripped from Gillette. Off the Leinbach. Leinbach out to McCullough. Ball fakes. Trying to go baseline. Going through contact to Funterov. No good. Will Frank with the recovery. He puts up the put back, and yes. Good hustle from St. James, capitalizing on offensive rebounds early here in the second quarter. Gillette out the lane. Lane with the ball. Gillette now. Right side Diaz. Gillette goes right side to Funterov. Funterov for a 3. That's long. Lane with the rebound. going through for a layup. No. May with a tip. No. Eckelman with it. He's going to dribble out off the Kraus. 3-on-2. McCullough goes baseline, and he loses the ball. It's going to be a carry. He basically walked when he had the ball, and it wasn't really secured. So it's going to be a turnover on St. James. Kraus checks out, as well as Frank, as Tom Huppy and Ben Maskus both check in for the Thunder. 36-30, 4:08 remaining here in the third quarter. St. James still with the advantage. Back and forth they go as Seabury taking their time. Here's Gillette down the baseline. A tough floater gets the roll. Good shot from Gillette. That's a solid move from your point guard. Lead back down the floor for St. James. Cole left side, Maskus. Lineback down the left lane. Ball fakes, goes over the outstretched arm of Funtarov as well and capitalizing. Now it's going to be a quick timeout from head coach Ashley Battles. 38-32, 3:29 remaining here in the third quarter. St. James with the 6-point advantage. Yet again, thank you for listening to a broadcast here on 810varsity.com. I'm Pat Stroufman, joined by Kyle Larson. And a little update of the Kansas State-Missouri score, 74-66 to Wildcats. With a minute 08 remaining in the second half, they might pull up the upset. Over there in Columbia, and certainly that will help the Kansas Jayhawks in the upcoming battle, so it'll give them a little room to breathe, but they still have a tough schedule. But man, K-State with a huge win after getting a win against Baylor on the road. Looks like they'll try to get another road win against the Missouri Tigers. So here's Bishop Seabury with the basketball after the timeout, 38-32. St. James with the advantage, 3:10 remaining in the third quarter. Diaz out to May. May trying to get his first bucket of the ball game, and he does. Good job from Jesse May. A better assist, though, from Diaz. Lineback off to McCullough. McCullough's going to have two bodies around him. Off the Lineback. Lineback kicks out the Huppy. Huppy with a deep tray. Nothing but the bottom of the net from Tom Huppy. Largest lead of the night is 7 points here for St. James. Diaz throws it up top to Gillette. They're going to run some clock here. Gillette right side to Diaz. Diaz, not really a three-point shooter. Ball fakes. May gets fouled on the arm by Matt Eckelman. He's going to get 2 free throws on the shot attempt. Here's May at the line for 2. First one good. Matt Eckelman gets his second personal, so Jake Whitman will check into the contest. Give Eckelman a breather. May with the second. That's long. Funtarov with the offensive rebound. Put back up and good. Bishop Seabury come away with 3 points there. 41-37. St. James still with the lead. 2:13 and counting left here in the third quarter. McCullough has Funtarov on. McCullough with step back 2. Doesn't get the roll. But Linebox there with another rebound. Maskus trying to go right side. Huppy spotting up for another tray. That's long. And May with the solid box out in the rebound. Gillette right side of Diaz. Diaz going to spot up for a 3. That's long. McCullough trying to get the ball away. Funtarov with the up and under. 41-39. St. James still with a 2-point advantage with a minute 30 remaining here in the third quarter. McCullough with the ball, top key. McCullough down the middle of the lane, foul on the arm. He'll get 2. Referee says it's not gonna be, I believe it's not gonna be a shooting foul. We'll see. And it's just gonna be on the ground. So it's gonna be the first team foul on Bishop Seabury here in the second half. Will Frank will check in for Ben Maskus. Lob pass to McCullough. Diaz is going to come all the way out there to guard him. McCullough right side, the line bot. Huppy, down low, McCullough, good possession. And he'll get 2 free throws. This kid is tough. Good pass from Tom Huppy. But they get Diaz with the foul. McCullough with the first, that's short. So McCullough will get one more. Lead still at 2 points for St. James. Mayfield checking in for Stephen Leibach. So McCullough will get another shot here to extend the lead to 3. No good. Good rebound from May. Whitman almost got the rebound. 41-39. About a minute remaining here in the third quarter. St. James with the advantage. We'll see if they want one shot. Ashley Battles down there for Bishop Seabury making the play calls. It looks like St. James not going to come out of their zone. They're just going to stay in that 1-3-1. Judge just going to dribble the whole time. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. What a ball game we have, 41-39. St. James with the lead. Gillette, the point guard, 15 seconds. Diaz, 13 seconds. Right side of Gillette. Top key lane for a deep 3. He got it. That gives Bishop Seabury the first lead. 3 seconds. Quickly up is Mayfield. 2 seconds. Mayfield, lob pass, no. And Bishop Seabury claim their first lead of the ball game. They lead 42-41. That was a good half for Bishop Seabury. They go on an 18-point third quarter to give them the advantage against St. James here at home. 42-41. Getting ready for the fourth quarter. And it looks like K-State is going to finish the deal against Missouri as it is 77-68 with about less than a minute remaining. So I think K-State has done it and helped the 9-point lead for Kansas State. So it looks like Frank Martin and the Wildcats will get a solid win on the road after winning against Baylor. They will get another solid win against Missouri, and it definitely solidifies themselves in the tournament. That is, if they do not collapse in the rest of the way. So St. James and Bishop Seabury, what a third quarter that was, and now we're in for a treat here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to A10varsity.com. I'm Pat Stroup, joined by Kyle Larson. Thank you for tuning in. St. James with the ball, and they're down by 1. Mayfield, Whitman, McCullough. McCullough's going to put up the shot, and one with the left-handed. Wow. Quint McCullough with the left-hander. Through contact. Good shot from McCullough. So he'll get one free throw. St. James retake the lead. McCullough goes and makes the free throw. Lead extends to 2 for St. James. They reclaim it. 44-42, just starting the fourth quarter. Here's Gillette. 1-3-1 here still for St. James. Lane with a deep 3, no good. McCullough with the rebound. Here's Huppy. Mayfield, Whitman, and Maskus, and also McCullough all out there for the Thunder. Mayfield left side to Ben Maskus in the corner. Couple dribbles, throws it right side to Tom Uppy, trying to go to McCullough. McCullough working on Diaz. Is going to be a foul on Diaz. Diaz with the reaction. That's the second time I've seen someone slam the ball for Bishop Seabury. I'm surprised no one's got a technical. It's usually right away technical in the high school game, but Bishop Seabury getting lucky here. Here's Huppy in the corner after receiving a double screen. Huppy trying to go McCullough. Bad pass stolen away by Bishop Seabury. Lane, 1-on-2. Funtarov all the way with the one-handed layup. Tie ball game, 44-44. Less than 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. St. James left side. Up top key to Huppy. Huppy stop and pop. Short. Whitman with the offensive rebound. Whitman's going to dribble out and hand off to Maskus. Maskus loses the ball, but last tip by Funtarov. Ball stays here with St. James. Blake Mayfield will check out of the ball game as Steven Leinbach checks back in. Maskus lob pass to McCullough. Guarded by May. Backdoor cut by Huppy. It's going to be swatted by Gillette. Huppy fell down, and not sure if there was going to be a foul there or not, but pretty easy to get a swat when you're falling down. Here's Whitman. Left side to Maskus. McCullough, top key. McCullough will stop and pop over May. Yes, sir. McCullough now with, I believe that's his 18th point. Funtarov, top key to Gillette. Lane, down low to Diaz. Diaz, a quick turnaround jumper, air ball. McCullough with the rebound. McCullough bringing it up, left side Leinbach. Leinbach, Huppy, Maskus, right wing. Huppy, off to McCullough. McCullough's at a spot for a three, long. And it's going to be an over-the-back call against St. James. Only the third team foul on St. James. Not a lot of fouls in this ballgame. Pretty clean contest. 46-44. 2-point advantage for St. James. 5:47 remains here in the ballgame. Jake Whitman checks out as Matt Eckelman checks in. Seabury going with the usual starting five. You have Gillette, Funtarov, May, Diaz, and Lane all out there for the Seahawks of Seabury. Gillette's going to go left side. Diaz all the way across the court to Funtarov for a three and rattles it in. 1 point advantage goes back to Bishop Seabury. They're starting to come alive on offense here in the second half. And head coach Mark Huppy is going to get a full timeout. 47-46. Bishop Seabury with the 1 point advantage against St. James here at home. 4:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's been a battle back and forth, but that third quarter certainly played very well for Bishop Seabury as they outscored the Thunder of St. James 18-11. They claimed their first lead of the contest going into the fourth quarter. And that was off of a three from Lane. And now I've just received word that the game between Kansas State and Missouri is officially over, as Kansas State does pull up the huge upset over in Columbia, Missouri. They win by 10 points. So a good win for head coach Frank Martin. I'm sure they're going to be pretty excited about that. Yeah, the announcer just said it here for St. James, so pretty everyone cheering for the Wildcats getting the win. But St. James will get the ball here after the timeout by Coach Huppy. 47-46, they trail by one. 5:16 left in this ball game. It's been back and forth. Leinbach. Right side, St. James, largest lead of the night for St. James was 7. McCullough is going to be guarded now from a different player. That's going to be Almanza checking in for for the second time in this contest. McCullough over Alamanza, no. Eckelman with the follow, too short. May there with the rebound. Gillette going left side. Gillette left side now, going back and forth is Bishop Seabury. Funtarov likes that spot in the corner. Yes, sir. Funtarov responding with a huge fourth quarter. He's in the 20s. Lead extends to 4 for Bishop Seabury, largest of the night for them. Mask is down the left side of the lane. He's going to try to take it up against Funtarov. Instead, he doesn't. McCullough, left side to Maskus. Maskus, Huppy, Leinbach down the middle of the lane, stops. Maskus in the corner for a three, trying to respond. No good. Eckelman there. There's a shot from Leinbach. No good. May with another solid rebound. Loses it. Recovered by Eckelman, but it's going to be out of bounds against St. James. Good hustle from Eckelman, but it's just going to be a little bit too late. 50-46. Bishop Seabury with the lead. 4:01 remains here in the ball game. Bishop Seabury with the advantage. They have the ball. They probably kill some clock here. Funtarov with the ball. Lane, man-to-man here for St. James. May gets himself open, misses, but Funtarov with the tip. Lead extends to 6, largest of the night for Bishop Seabury. McCullough stops his dribble off to Huppy. They need a big shot here. Huppy down the lane. Throws up to Maskus. Maskus for a 3. Short is McCullough there trying to get the ball. It's going to be the last touch by McCullough. Checking into the ball game is Austin Cross checking in for Ben Maskus. So here comes some pressure here from St. James. A little 1-3-1. Oh, excuse me, 1-2-1-1. Diaz breaks the press off the lane. Lane's going to put up a shot. No good. Too long. There's Leinbach with the rebound. And he's going to be fouled on the arm by Diaz, and that's going to be his 4th. That's pretty key. Diaz can't pick up his 5th. That'll be a huge loss to Bishop Seabury, but they do find themselves with the lead. Almanenza checking right back in for Diaz. Seabury, though, does have the lead, 52-46. 3:07 remaining here in the ball game. Kraus is going to hand off to Huppy. Huppy receives a screen. Left side McCullough. McCullough down the baseline. McCullough over Funtarov. Yes! And a quick timeout from head coach Mark Huppy. So that's going to cut the lead down to 4. Much more manageable for the Thunder with plenty of time remaining. 2:55 remains here in the ball game. You're listening to live coverage of St. James basketball here at 810varsity.com. I'm Pat Stropton, joined by Kyle Larson. Have quite the battle going on here, an emotional day for St. James. As all the students in the student section rocking Team Connor shirts. The team as well, their warm-up shirts as well, rock Team Connor in honor of Clint McCullough's brother, Connor, who died of cancer of Saturday, and what a loss that was for St. James. And thoughts of prayers go out to Clint McCullough and his family. Had a brother that played basketball at Air Force and transferred to William Jewell. Had a sister that played back in 2005, I believe, for Kansas State. So they have certainly a wonderful family, a big family, and the funeral would be on Thursday, and no school's going to be on that day, so it's going to be a pretty emotional week here at St. James, but certainly will be a little bit better if they get this win here against Bishop Seabury. They find themselves trailing, though, 52-48, 2:49 remaining in the 4th quarter. Seabury with the basketball after a quick foul by Matt Eckelman. St. James going with a 1-3-1, not going with man-to-man. They're just going to sit back in his zone. May, left side of Gillette. Diaz immediately trapped in the corner, lobs up the lane, stolen by Kraus. Kraus against Funtarov. Kraus all the way, layup, no! Good attempt by Kraus, though. Can't blame him for that one. But Bishop Seabury has the advantage in the ball. May, a lob pass to Funtarov, tipped by McCullough, but he maintains it, throws it off to Diaz. Keep away game time. Diaz all the way, and it's going to be an and one for Diaz. I don't believe in that call at all. My goodness, that was nowhere near a blocking foul. My goodness. Usually I don't get pretty animated about refs, but man, there's no way. He was there for a second. Nonetheless, though, Diaz will get a free throw here off the end one. Too long. Eckelman with the rebound. 54-48. Bishop Seabury with the lead with 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Kraus, Leinbach, top key for three. Yes, sir! Huge bucket for St. James. Lead back down to three for Seabury. Quick 30-second timeout here for Mark Huppy. Minute 54 remains here in the ball game. 54-51. Bishop Seabury with the advantage. Student section loud and proud here at St. James Academy. But what a ball game it's been. Back and forth. Largest lead of the night for St. James was 7. Largest lead of the night for Bishop Seabury was 6. And St. James just cut into it right there with a 3 by Leinbach. Full court pressure will probably be applied here from St. James. Student section getting loud over there for St. James. Diaz will throw the ball in bounds for Bishop Seabury. Lobs it to Funtarov. Back to Diaz, stolen away by Hoppy. Hoppy with a layup, and good! Lead down to 1. Diaz will throw the ball into Lane. Lane's going to fly away, and it's going to be a foul on St. James Academy. Good sportsmanship there from St. James to pick up May. Foul is going to be Matt Eckelman, his 4th. Good foul there for St. James because they didn't want that to, they definitely didn't want to get the layup. So 1 point advantage. May's at the line. Pretty decent free throw shooter for Bishop Seabury, but he'll get 2 huge free throws here to try to extend the lead. May with the first. Banked in. He'll take it. Bishop Seabury and head coach Ashley Battles will take it in a time like this. Eckelman checks out. Will Frank checks in. Amananza checks in for Diaz. Here's May trying to extend the lead to 3. Long. Rebounding is Leinbach. 55-53. Minute 36 remains here in the ball game. St. James trail Bishop Seabury here at home. Hoppy, left side McCullough. McCullough guard by Almananza. McCullough fade away there, long, but rebound is going to be the Kraus. St. James maintains it. And it's going to be a timeout by Mark Huppy. 55-53. Bishop Seabury with the advantage. A minute 17 remains here in the 4th quarter. What a ball game we have here, and it's definitely going to be a close one down the wire. St. James will have the ball after this timeout. McCullough didn't get the shot to fall, but offensive rebounding has been key here for both squads. Seabury, Funtarov has been doing a good job on the offensive glass. And St. James as well. The most crucial offensive rebound being right there from Kraus, but man, it's going to be an interesting ending to an emotional day. And I'm sure Coach Markup thinks that this team can certainly make some noise in the sub-state. They'll be taking on Sumner Academy in the sub-state round, but a win would certainly bring them to 500 and give them a win on the last day and sweep the series against Seabury of this season. So important possession here for St. James. Minute 17 remains in the ballgame, 55-53. Seabury with the 2-point advantage. Krause will get the ball. Diaz back in. He has 4 fouls. Diaz out to Huppy. Huppy's going to go baseline. Spins off the line block. Line out down the middle of the lane. Puts up a shot. He lays it up and in. Tie ball game between St. James and Bishop Seabury. Bishop Seabury with the basketball. Listen, a minute remaining in this ball game. 50 seconds. Diaz, Gillette, left side lane. They're going for the last shot. Diaz out to May. May back to Gillette. 40 seconds. 55-55. Tie ball game. 30 seconds now. Gillette's going to dribble it out, throws it off to Diaz. Clock continues to tick. 20 seconds left. Now they're going to put the offense in motion. 15 seconds. Gillette looking at Funtarov. 10 seconds. Funtarov. Gillette. 7 seconds. Gillette left side of the lane. 5 seconds. Gillette with a 3-point basket. The ball. Rebounding from Diaz is no good. We're going into overtime. This place is electric. My goodness. My goodness, what a game we have here in Lenexa, Kansas. 55-55. We're going into overtime. Well, thanks for hanging with us, ladies and gentlemen, to St. James vs. Bishop Seabury. Coverage here on 810varsity.com. I'm Pat Stroup, joined by Kyle Larson. And what a ball game we have here. Both teams going back and forth. Now the fouls should be pretty interesting as Diaz will have 4 fouls for Seabury. He's a starter. Matt Eckelman has 4 fouls for St. James, who's been playing some big minutes. And after that bucket from McCullough to tie up the ballgame at 55 apiece, McCullough now has 24 points in the ballgame. One a day for Clint McCullough, averages 21 points a game. 8 rebounds a game. William Jewell commit. And here we are getting ready to start the overtime. Should be about 4 minutes on the clock. Funtarov, Diaz, Lane, May, and also Gillette out there for Bishop Seabury. Eckelman, Huppy, Krause, McCullough, and Stephen Leinbach out there. Electric atmosphere. Tip goes to the Thunder. Krause out to McCullough. They're going to take their time. Right side. Huppy wide open for a 3. Bouncing around, no. And there's Diaz with a rebound. He was wide open. He had a pretty good look. Here's Lane. Now a deep 3 from Funtarov is no good. McCullough is going to go over there and get the ball away from Huppy. McCullough is going to bring the ball up for the Thunder. 2-3 zone here. Going to be provided from the Seabury Seahawks. Krause. Going to go inside of McCullough. Receives a screen. McCullough all the way. Yes! McCullough with 26 points and a huge one to start off the overtime. 57-55. 3:10 remains here in overtime. They have the advantage. Gillette right side to Diaz. 1-3-1 zone being provided from St. James. Diaz thought about the 3 after Gillette. Gillette left side, Funtarov. Funtarov for a 3 in the corner. Short. Rebounding Diaz. Diaz loses it. And it's going to be a timeout from Ashley Battles. Not sure how that works. Ball was being juggled by Diaz. He literally got the rebound, and Ashley Battles called a timeout. Not sure how that goes, but still, nonetheless, a great ball game that we have here. 57-55 is the score. 2:48 remaining here in overtime. St. James leads the Seahawks of Bishop Seabury. They won this contest early in the season, 50-38 against Bishop Seabury. But this one obviously much closer and a lot more scoring as well. But Seabury will get the basketball under the St. James basket. Funtarov will throw the ball inbounds for Seabury. Usual starting five out there for them. Funtarov, Lane, May, Diaz, and Gillette. Kraus, Huppy, Eckelman, McCullough, and Lineback all out there for St. James. Lane left side to Funtarov. Good D from Huppy. Funtarov's going to take a contested three. No good. Ashley Battle said he did not want that shot, and I would definitely agree with him there. Huppy almost stumbled. Throws it on top of McCullough. McCullough thought about the three. Fakes it. He's going to put up a lob, but no. There's Gillette with the rebound. Loses it, but maintains it, though. Gillette quickly to work. Right side to Diaz. Ball fakes in the corner. Finds May. May down low the lane. Lane with a two-hand slammer. And a timeout from head coach Ashley Battles. Back and forth we go here in overtime. Game tied up. 57 apiece. 2:12 remaining here in overtime. You're listening to coverage here of high school basketball on ATNVarsity.com. I'm Pat Stroud, joined by Kyle Larson. Been here with St. James for the whole season, and I tell you what, this place certainly has a different atmosphere on an emotional day for the team and the school as they lost a dear loved one in Connor McCullough, a student here for St. James and brother of Clint, and ended up dying of complications of cancer on Saturday. And thoughts and prayers go out to the family. They won't have school on Thursday. It'll be the funeral of Connor, which I'm sure that itself will be an emotional day as well. But today there's just a different atmosphere here in Lenexa, Kansas, and certainly a fun one, but at the same time I think everyone remembers here for St. James and certainly has Connor on their mind, and I'm sure Clint and the rest of the team does as well, as they are tied here in overtime, 57-57 with 2:10 remaining. And St. James will get the basketball after a timeout from Battles. Down to McCullough. McCullough is going to get fouled on the way up. He'll get two. McCullough has 26 points in this ball game. He has the only points here in overtime. So McCullough has going to get two here, 16 fouls apiece on both squads. McCullough with the first, short. He's been a little iffy in tonight's ball game. Hasn't saw the free throw line too much, but every time that he went there, it seems like he just kept going one of two from the free throw stripe, and these are big free throws here. This is a big free throw right here for McCullough as they need to take the lead. McCullough with the second. Yes. 27 points now for McCullough. 1 point advantage goes to St. James, 58-57. Minute 53 remaining here in overtime. Gillette left side of Diaz. Funtarov, right wing. Working the ball around the wing. Funtarov, ball facing, go baseline, over the outstretched arms of Eckelman, and McCullough with the rebound. Good defense from Eckelman. St. James now has the ball in the 1 point advantage. Eckelman throwing off to Kraus. McCullough and Huppy, minute 20 remaining in overtime, 58-57, they have the lead. Here's McCullough. Eckelman off the Huppy. Clock continues to tick. McCullough with the ball. Back at the Huppy. In no hurry is St. James. A minute remaining now here in overtime. Here's McCullough off the Huppy. Huppy on the left side. Couple dribbles. Got to keep it away from Gillette. 50 seconds now. And May's coming up. McCullough's just going to hang on to the ball. Clock continues to tick. And now they're going to foul the best free throw shooter on the team, Tom Huppy. Foul's going to be on May. This is the 17th foul on Bishop Seabury. So Huppy will get a 1-on-1. He needs to make the first if he wants the second. Big free throws here for Tom Huppy. First one. Yes. Lead extended to 2 now. Huppy, an 83% free throw shooter. Second one on its way. That goes in. Lead extends to 3, 60-57. 38 seconds remaining here in overtime. Gillette out to Funtarov. Still a zone here for Seabury. Lane, top key, he's going to take a deep 3. Low. Ball bouncing around, recovered by Diaz. Diaz going to lay it up in. And a timeout by Bishop Seabury. .4 seconds remaining here in overtime. Game going back and forth. But right now, St. James Academy have the lead, 60-59 against Bishop Seabury. Thank you for listening to A10varsity.com. I'm Pat Stroughton, joined by Kyle Larson. Make sure you tune in for all the high school basketball coverage here on A10varsity.com. We'll have sub-state coverage. Make sure you check that out online. And we have ourselves a ball game here between the Seahawks and the Thunder. 16-59. St. James with the 1-point advantage with 21.4 seconds left. It's going to be Krause, McCullough, Leibach, Eckelman, and Huppy all out there for St. James. Man, this student section is rocking the night. Krause will throw the ball in. Krause throws it off to Huppy. Huppy's going to be immediately fouled by Gillette. He made 2 huge free throws earlier. Let's see if he can do it again. May checks back in as well as Diaz. Both of them in foul trouble. Maskus checks in for Austin Krause. Good minutes from the senior. Huppy will go to the line. 1-1 still, only the 18th foul on Bishop Seabury. Huppy with the first. Rolls in. Big free throw for the junior. He'll get one more. See if he can extend the lead back to 3. Very good free throw shooter at 83%. Second one on its way. Yes, nothing but the bottom of the net. 19 seconds remain. 62-59. Here's Seabury. Right side, Diaz. Diaz going to spot for a deep 3. Long. Rebounding is Leibach. And it's going to be a foul on Diaz. And he fouls out of the ball game. So Leibach will go to the line now. You'll see his first free throws. Still 1-1, only the 19th foul on Seabury. So here's Leibach at the line, trying to extend the game to a 2-possession ball game. Yes, 4-point lead now for St. James. Let's see if Linebaugh can do it again. Now it's going to be a timeout by Seabury. 63-59 is the score. 11.3 seconds remain here in overtime. And what a game it has been. Obviously, Huppy and Linebaugh stepping up here with those huge free throws, but Clint McCullough with 27 points against Bishop Seabury. He had 25 at the end of regulation, and then he responded in the overtime with the first 2 points in overtime, and since then St. James have really just continued going on with free throws and being solid on defense and getting those rebounds. Bishop Seabury struggling to find their stroke, though, as they only have 4 points here in overtime. So Linebaugh, I imagine if he makes this, I mean, he extend to 5. He definitely thinks Seabury's going to go for a 3. If he misses, you might just see Seabury go for a 2, but we will see as Linebaught's at the line for one more free throw. So here's Linebaugh. Linebaugh with the second. Rolls in. 5-point advantage. 64-59. 11.3 seconds. Here's Gillette. Gillette is going to throw it left side to Almananza. It's going to go down low to McCaffney. And that's going to go in. Clock's going to stop at 1.8 seconds, though. And that's going to be the ball game. McCullough with a huge smile on his face and a court storming by St. James Academy. What an emotional day for St. James. All in honor of Connor McCullough, Clint McCullough's brother, who just died of cancer on Saturday. What a turnaround. All the students holding up 4-2 in honor of Clint's brother. And they now followed up with a chant of 42. What a sight to see here for St. James. And a huge win as they will finish the season, regular season at 10-10. And they will move on to sub-state to face Sumner Academy most likely. If not, they'll face DeSoto, but most likely it's going to be Sumner Academy, a team that they lost to early on this season. But what an emotional day for St. James, and they get the victory 64-61 against Bishop Seabury in overtime. Clint McCullough with 27 points and a job well done from the team. Huge free throws from Tom Huppy, huge free throws from Stephen Linebaugh. But Clint McCullough was the story of tonight's contest, and what a way to respond. I'm sure his brother's looking down on him and smiling after this solid win against Bishop Seabury. That's going to do it for us here on a10varsity.com. For Kyle Larson and Pat Stroughton, we will leave you this game, a 64-61 performance and a win by St. James Academy. Thank you for listening, and always continue to check out more content on a10varsity.com.